Shalom, shalom, shalom. That to the whole elect of Israel. First off, I want to start off and give our honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations that they're to you sincere and you hope for elect. Scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malaakia. All right, coming in, okay, with another lesson today. All right, so this is a lesson that I did, a couple days now. Been trying to get it uploaded onto the computer, and I'm probably gonna say that within this last video. So I'm gonna do a pre-recording that I had. I don't know why it's not letting me upload it, so I'm just gonna redo it again. And hey, just Lord willing, you're edified. I'm just gonna play this on a screen recording that I have already on my phone. I believe it's like the first 17 minutes of it, and then I can finish up because the phone call ended up uh getting cut off. I had a phone call from my daughter, so it ended up cutting off the video. So I'm just gonna redo the whole thing all over again through the spirit. And hey, so Lord willing, you're edified. So let me go ahead and play some of this, and we'll get to it. Let me kind of fast forward some of this. We probably like around here. Let's try this area. He's going into his experience in the Chinese regime. And he goes and he explains about the digital wallets, okay, the digital mainframe, okay, the whole system, okay. So he's gonna tell his side of the story. Got 8 minutes of it. I'm gonna try to interject in between of the video. I'm gonna try not to do it so much, but this is the video I've been trying to do like the past couple days, man. And I don't know what's going on with YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna probably just go back and maybe upload to my other page too as well, and see if I can just probably try that because it seems like I can't even really upload as many of the videos on time. But it's been what 2 or 3 days and it still hasn't uploaded onto YouTube. So hey, man, we just letting y'all know like, hey, any day they could cut this whole internet and have it to where brothers can't even put videos up, man. You see, we come into these times, man. All right, so here it is. They're integrating AI, robots, and everything through the algorithm. Okay, right before it gets the chance to even upload, it's already it can't upload. They'll take it off. The AI is analyzing all this. So we just telling y'all, hey man, through the spirit, man, get this word while you can, man, because it's getting harder and harder for certain subjects to come out, man, because we're entering into the time of this man's digital system, man. Okay, and anyone who's going to speak against it, they're going to make it harder for them to even put these videos out, man, especially if it's concerning truth. And that's what we teach here, man. All right, but overall, let's go ahead and get into this video. And hey, Lord willing, this lesson's is edifying. So let's start off right here.
Refuse digital ID. Digital ID is very terrible things, That is the ruling mode of the Chinese Communist Party.
That's a lot. Let me put the CC on for you brothers too, because he do got an accent for those who may not be able to catch. Okay.
The ID system is very bad, They will monitor every behavior, every speak you made. Do you understand? Huawei, Zhongxin, Datang, they all military company. Their boss is soldier. People's Liberation. Yes, in China today we have the army of the internet space. Internet space. They have the army. They have the army to managing the internet. They have the internet army.
You have a so
And that's what you're seeing them doing too as well. Okay, with the different tech companies joining, with the military here in the U.S. I forgot the different companies, but I believe it was, Palantir, OpenAI, these other different tech companies, tech giants. I'm sure Tesla probably even have one. Okay, and they're joining themselves, okay, with the U.S. military. Okay, they're gonna have the grid. They're gonna have uh, the control over the waves. Okay, such as the internet. You know, they're getting ready to put um, a lot of satellites more into the atmosphere. Okay, to control, monitor, you know, the people, man. Okay, to control the speech, like he said at the beginning. All right, they know everything. They're gonna be able to monitor you through all ways because everything is gonna be connected to the grid. Your phone is gonna be hearing you, such as it does now. All right, it's gonna be seeing you, your different eye movements. Okay, different speech pattern is gonna hear. It's gonna take up on everything through your phone, through your computer. Anything that has Bluetooth technology. Okay, anything that can be tapped into, which is the with everything that you have. Okay, it's going to be able to hear, okay, through everything, the AI, through your microwave. You probably got a camera on your microwave. All right. So with all that being said, everything's getting ready to be put onto a digital grid, and everything is going to be tracked, traced, and monitored. Everything, even the people, and even your behavior, everything that you do. We're already starting to see some of those systems being put into place. Walmart. Okay, so with them teaming up with the military, this is getting ready to be used as also a weapon, okay, towards the people.
The credit system in China.
Yes.
That's what they use. So they're trying to do it in the UK with the digital ID. What do you think about that as advice to people in the UK from China? The digital ID.
That's
What do you
very
think?
terrible. You know, in China, digital ID is already used for 20 years, since 20 years.
Yeah, and I remember I seen a documentary going into it after the time of what's that 2001 with what's that with 9/11. Okay, major changes started to happen. Okay, within their system. Okay, and this was a push, you know, by the elites. Okay, to test run. Okay, and now that you see the precautions of how these people are living, man, you see they're living within that digital age that the scriptures talk about, man. And the only thing it's going to take is for them to insert it into you, and we're getting ready to see the that prophecy come to pass in Revelation 13. All right, the most controversial scripture. You know, this is what's going to bring a great shaking within Israel and throughout the whole world. Okay, talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. Y'all that know about the truth, okay, and y'all that's not in the truth, but you've heard about the prophecy of the chip. All right, so the Lord has made it accessible for all you Israelites to know not to take that chip. You know that there is a judgment if you do. All right. So, like he said, not them just over here rambling, but going back to the point that I made about the 20 years, it was a documentary that I seen, and it had the Chinese people already going into that system back since 2001. I can't think of the name of the documentary. If I can remember, maybe I can post it into the description box. But it showed you the different series and things of what they was doing when they was building up for that system 20 years ago. So he's right on point about that, and he actually lived into it. Okay, and he's seen what the advancement over the years, and he's warning the people not to go towards the digital age. He's telling them to refuse. All right, because this system is getting ready to be used at the people as a weapon, and they don't even see it. You know, it basically controls you and what you can say, what you can think, what you can speak, what you can do. You're limited. All right, you're limited on your food and what you can eat, what you can use. Well, the carbon footprint. They can cut your your access off. Okay, from being in society or from or from using different services. So this is getting ready to be used as a weapon. And anyone who takes and wants to be a part of this system, you're a fucking dumbass, man. You want to be a slave. You want to be in captivity. Okay? And this is why our Lord, man, He freed us, man. Okay? And all the thing we got to do is just take heed to what He said and the prophecies that's getting ready to come. And the Lord's going to put His Spirit on us to refuse His system. Okay? Especially headed towards that the RFID chip, okay, when it's going to be made mandatory for people to have in order for them to live. We're going to trust on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, let me see if I can what's that? We're gonna get back to that. What's it? Lean on him that smote thee. What's that? Lean on him that smote. Let me see. Damn, damn, what's that scripture? Salah. Let me see if I can type it in. That smote thee. Just roughly paraphrasing. Yep. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 20. That's where it was. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day. Okay, so this is a future prophecy. Okay, this is coming. It says that the remnant of Israel going into the elect, all right, the ones who wholeheartedly believe, okay, of the nation of Israel, okay, because they're chosen, okay, and elected from the Most High. Okay, so they're going to be as okay, the elect, all right, the elect of the nation of Israel, the ones the Lord has chosen, the remnant. So it says that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, okay, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth. So those who believe, the elect, the remnant, okay, the believers, okay, we are not going to lean on Esau Edom and his system anymore. We're going to ultimately lean on Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. And the Lord's going to take care of us. When we got to refuse that chip, trust me, the Lord is going to take care of us. You got to believe that. It's going, hey, the scripture says we walk by faith, not by sight. It's going to look like we can't eat, but the Lord said we're going to eat. He said, my servants shall eat, man. We're going to have an abundance. Come on, we coming into those times, man. The Lord is going to have us, okay, in these last days, man. So let me go back. I'm gonna need this. What was it right here? Yeah, what was that? Okay, maybe I need to go back to this one and then hit the back button. That's where we go because that's a part of the lesson. All right, so let's go back to this video.
Every people have their field. Every people have their field in the database, in the Chinese Communist Party database. So they monitor every people. If I make public speech, even in UK, even in Europe, even I writing some things, I say I against the Chinese Communist Party. Chinese Communist Party will send undercover policemen, agents to harass me, to threaten me, to poison me, even in UK. Before I leave.
It's gonna get to a point to where you ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. Okay, this is when the time of persecution is gonna come by you refusing to be a part of this man's system. They're gonna demonize us, especially the people who don't who already talking against the government. All right, you're talking about this world. You're saying that someone else is coming, okay, from another world to this world. Yeah, great persecution is coming. Okay, it's coming, man, for those who believe. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to protect us through all of it, man. You got to believe, okay? So, like he said, you refusing to, or you speaking to about, against the system, and you don't want to comply with the system, they're going to send people to your house. They're going to harass you, like he said. They're going to threaten you. They're going to even try to poison you. This is what Esau Edom is going to be doing to the people who refuse. Okay, scriptures talk about how they're going to run up into their houses. Great insurrection. Let's get that. Yep, let's get that because that's the time that Esau's going to spin the narrative to come up against Israel. What's that? Second Ezra's 16. Damn, so much news going on. Damn. But says what? Wyoming build targets for census with okay, another one. Go back into all that. Second Ezra 16 and the point is verse 70, but I'm gonna start up at verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you. You see, that's what's going to be coming into play. Eventually, they're going to start putting, people into concentration camps that's going to refuse this system. Okay, this chip when it's made mandatory. So that burning wrath of a great multitude is, you got Esau, especially over here in the U.S. Esau, all his different agencies, the military. We already starting to see this shit happening right now, and the system ain't really been fully been put into place yet. They're taking up the tribes, all right, the northern tribes, man, taking them up. You see some stories them going over the sea and dead bodies washing up upon the shore, dropping them off the airplanes. Come on, he gonna get into a little bit more about you know concerning with the homeless people, which we just experienced too as well. Okay, so that burning wrath, that great multitude, the Lord is already stirring that up. It's already happening. Verse 68 again, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you in being idle with things offered. Okay. All right. So that was a
All right.
video
Shalom,
of
shalom, shalom.
Salam. And that was a video that I had recorded. So now finishing off the lesson, because that's where the phone call ended up coming at. So going back into the book of Second Ezra 16 and verse 68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. Okay, and it says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. All right, so if you consent unto Esau Edom, okay, you're going to be held in derision and in reproach, and you're going to be trodden underfoot. Okay, you're going to be in the hands of Esau Edom. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants to do with you. Okay, at that moment, man, because you're in the hands of Esau Edom. Okay, so that great multitude that's kindled over you, over you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, hey man, it's here. Esau, his agents, okay, ICE, all the other different agencies, FBI, ATF. Come on, man. So on and so forth. You got the military, okay, you got the robot dogs, helicopters, come on, man, etc. They all gonna be looking for you Israelites, man. Okay, because this is how, all right, the Lord is gonna have it play out, man. He's coming for, Esau's coming for everyone, all right, but the main target is you Israelites. Verse 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Okay, it's gonna be a great uprising, all right. Esau Edom coming, all right, coming in like a flood, coming after our people. And you're gonna have to have the spirit with you and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai guiding you in these last days around this time period because we're quickly entering into this time. Here it is, they're putting the systems in place, bringing in more talks of the digital ID, okay, digital wallets, biometrics. They're talking about things dealing with money, the banking structure, the ending what's that quantitative easing. So inflation and everything's getting ready to go out the roof. Eventually, this whole collapse is about to happen. We're really in the middle of the collapse already happening right now, but the people don't see it. They can't notice. You're seeing what's that? AI taking over jobs, layoffs, government jobs being taken away, programs being taken away, professions being degraded down to just a regular profession. Come on, this is the times we're living in, man. Okay, so taking this part off, let's go back to the video. So around, you fucking serious?
In the database in a Chinese Communist
Yeah, this is it. Yep, this is it. All right. So around this period.
B to poison me. Even in UK, before I live in United States, they send people come to United States, Los Angeles, to poison me. Unimaginable. Can you imagine that in UK, in United States, in Europe, there is a Chinese policeman station. They have the policeman station in London.
So is
Do
that,
you understand that?
so is that their like main tool of oppression at the moment, the digital ID system?
The
Because
ID system is very bad. They will monitor every behavior, every speak you made,
oh, that's the perfect
and they will automatically
Yeah.
attract the keywords you done, and they will send these keywords to the policeman. And
Yep. And this is a part of the different operations that Esau has into place, man. All right. What's that? You got Operation Cypher. What's that? Operation Garden Plot. Rex 84. Um, other different operations that this devil has in store and in place. Okay, to what is it? To tag, track, and trace. They're looking at everything that you're looking up online, your keywords, what you're typing in. You're not going to be able to run away from what's coming with this system. So all you Israelites that's out there playing and y'all coming on these videos, you're scoffing. Hey, guess what? They got your IP address. They got where you live. They know your name. They know where you work at. They know your whole family. They know where your weak spots at. Esau Edom has already studied you, your patterns, your social media. They've taken account. They've taken an account, okay, of everything of who you are. So when they come get you, it's gonna be easy, man. They already studied you. The AI has already studied you because, like he mentioned earlier, here it is. They were working these different tech companies. They're working with the military, Palantir, OpenAI. Come on, man. What's that? Gideon. So you're not gonna be able to run away from this system. What's that? Here it is. They brought in flock cameras. What's that? 80 to 90,000 been placed throughout the different cities here in the US of A. So it's going to be to a point to where it's going to be total lockdown, and you're not going to be able to just stay and think that you're going to be okay. That's either you're going to comply or you're going to be rejected up out of this system, and they have a place for you. Okay, you're going to be thrown into these different detention centers, prisons, okay, to be re-indoctrinated, and he's going to coerce you into taking this chip when it's being into place. These are the steps leading up into it, especially dealing with this digital ID. We're getting closer and closer to that time.
They will arrive. If you make some things they don't like, they will send policeman directly to your home, take you to the detention center. That's happen every day in China, you know. In Beijing, in Shanghai, if you writing something on the website is not public speech, you know, it's impossible to make public speech in big city of China, you know. If you writing something on website that I'm against the Chinese Communist Party, 2 hours later, policeman will send to your homes, take you into the detention center. And after that, it's like you get guilty. You have to go to the jail for 5 years.
Hey, the scriptures talk about it. Revelation 2 and 10. Okay, you should be thrown, okay, into prisons. Okay, just roughly paraphrasing. Okay, for what? An amount of days. You see, the times are getting crucial, and this is just with the digital ID system. How much more when it's full fledged and you can't be able to maneuver between going to certain places, okay? Buying food, being able to do things, being in a marketplace. So if you don't comply with the system and you speak against the system, you're going to be known as a T, okay? For those who want to know, okay? A domestic T. And they're gonna come get you and round you up and take you to these different concentration camps.
5 years. Can you understand? You excuse your freedom of speech, but
And
you
they're gonna
get
use Islam, and they're gonna use fear. Okay, and a lot of people are gonna fold because of the fear and dread of what Esau Edom is getting ready to bringing in this system.
5 years in prison sentence.
Is it true? I see on the internet, on X and everything, people who don't comply with the postal ID or they do too many bad things, they have no access to food and travel and end up homeless. Is that true?
I tell you that in China they use a mobile phone ID, and in the global pandemic.
And I believe it was I forgot the name of it that they use. I don't know if it was WeChat, but they have to use their phone to be able to go into buildings, their homes, to enter into different stores, to buy, to sell. See, that system is already have been in place. I've seen another video too. The people going toward to get on the train, they had to have their phone. If you didn't have that phone, you could not even enter to go into it to even get on the train. So that same model is coming over here in the USA. You're seeing that same model being placed upon those Europeans, okay, over there in the UK. So the same thing that you're seeing that's happening in the UK, same thing that's happening over there in China, where you think it's heading? It's heading towards the west.
You must do scan every you have the barcode. When you go to the train, you have to scan your barcode. When you go to the shopping, you must scan your barcode. When you go outside of your community, they have the gate. You have to scan your barcode. If you are not, your barcode was locked. You are locked.
You will be locked out of the system. That's the point we coming into. You will be locked out of the system. You're not going to be able to pay for anything. Your rent. So therefore, what? If you can't pay your rent, what's going to happen? All your possessions, everything that you have, what is going to happen? You're going to be on the streets. You're going to be homeless. And he's getting ready to get into the point too of what's going to happen with the people who are homeless. That's just out there in the streets because they're messing up the image. Let me go ahead and get a little bit more into it.
Your house arrested. You cannot go outside of your community. You cannot go
Oh
to.
yeah. And there's another thing too. Second Ezra 15. I'm just going to quote it. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. They're getting ready to lock this place down. Full surveillance, full lockdown. The world that you see that's happening right now is not going to be like this in the coming months.
The food, buy the food. You cannot buy the tickets for train. You cannot buy the tickets for bus.
And this is all leading towards Revelation 13. I don't know if I got it or I don't think I got it already. Revelation 13, straight to the point, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, so it's just as uh this so-called Chinese man, this exile, all right, he's seeing it, he's witnessed it, okay. He see that with their digital system, people were not able to buy or sell. They were not able to do certain things, okay, without having that digital ID, having that system, them being within that system. If they did not want to comply with the system, they were locked out. And that's the test that's getting ready to come. Revelation 13 and 16. We're gonna get that in Revelation 3 next. Just get it right. Let's just get it right quick. Salah. Revelation 3, and then we're going to go back. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right. The water Yahweh Yahushua for giving us the spirit so that we're able to see these things, to be able to hear these things concerning prophecy. And therefore we're able, okay, to be able to endure, okay, the different trials and tribulations, okay, but we kept the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, okay. So for us being so faithful to the Lord said what? He will keep us from the hour of temptation. You go into that word keep, it goes into a guard, okay. The Lord is going to guard us in an hour of temptation. He's going to guard our minds. He's going to guard our spirits so that we don't be tainted like the rest of these other people and they're going to go get themselves to go get pierced. Okay? Because they want to enjoy the lifestyle or they're going to get scared and fall into the will of Esau Edom, but not so with the elect. Okay? So this hour, this great hour of temptation, this great time of testing, as you read that in the NLT, it is coming upon the whole world to try them. All right, to see which ones is going to choose the world over Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, so we are in the stages. We are in the stages of entering into Revelation 13. And we're getting closer and closer. So going back, Revelation 13 and 16. And he calleth all, all right, when you go into that word calleth, goes into the Greek word poieo. All right, it means to make ready, to prepare. And this is what this devil is doing right now by issuing in this digital system, bringing in the digital ID here in the States, having the digital wallet on your phones. They're getting the people prepped up, ready, okay, for the true test that the Lord is about to bring upon the whole world. 16 again, and he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So it don't matter if you're rich or poor, you're still going to have to receive this. It don't matter if you're free or bond. Those who are out here free and the ones who are held in captivity and jail in these prisons, they're going to have their own test too. The ones that's in prison, locked up in those different detention centers. This is going to be presented to everyone on this world. Okay, it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, they're going to give you a device. It's going to be implanted into you. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. You're getting ready to see a lot of people fold and take the mark. Okay, they're going to take that charagma. Okay, it's going to be inserted into them and it's going to have their data, their records. Okay, and these people are going to go back to life thinking that everything is going to be okay until the Lord rained the missiles down upon this place here in America, Babylon the Great. So we know when we start seeing people lining up for chips, we know how much closer we are to getting up out of here. But it reads, it says, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, so you worshiping, all right, and being at one with this man's system. So let's keep on playing the video.
You was house arrested. That is Chinese Communist Party take control of the people. That is the control of the freedom of movement. It's not only freedom of speech or freedom of publication. Most of the Chinese people, they are slave labor. They are slave labor.
Yep. And that's why I had that article right here. So after being with the slave laborers, there's things that's been going around, and this has been happening for years. So I'm just gonna read it just real quick. The independent.com, it says Shein, which we know that that is a Chinese company, all right, that sells I know a lot of clothing. It says Shein responds to viral claim workers are hiding help me messages in clothing. Okay, so they're holding these people hostage, okay, making them work in the factories, warehouses. This is why you see China is one of the world's producers, working for companies, okay, big companies, and they're getting paid little so that they're able to feed their family. They get just enough to feed their families and to do what they need to do. So you have right here, it says, help me, please. Then you have another one, I have dental pain. They're writing notes on the clothing, writing notes and leaving them within the clothing and the packaging, leaving notes. So those people that's over there, they're suffering. So how much more when it comes over here? A lot of you people that have taken that MARK, y'all gonna be in those different sweatshops. All right, those different places, man. While the system is still somewhat going, man. Okay, but eventually it's not gonna be for that long, man. Because the Lord ain't gonna have his elect out there running away from the Esau Edom, just getting persecuted left and right. And the Lord ain't just nah, man. The scripture says that how the Lord is going to intervene. Okay, so when we see the chip come, we know that we're gonna be days away from Yahweh's return. Okay, so that's just going into that little part. Those people suffering, leaving notes, slave laborers getting paid pennies on a dollar, nothing, just able enough to survive. That's you being held in derision and in reproach and trodden on the foot as well.
You know,
You consented unto Esau Edom. The scripture says, never trust thine enemy.
can you imagine that? Those people today, those people suffering is related with your future. In the futures, Chinese Communist Party already destroy your industry, destroy your manufacturing capability, and they will take over your government. They will copy dictatorship and totalitarian regime to your countries, put your children, your grandchildren into the concentration camp. Put your children and grandchildren become slave labor for Chinese Communist Party. Slave labor. Your children and your
Then
grandchildren.
what happens to them? So, like, are they homeless in China?
Yeah.
Do they end up homeless, or do they pick them and take them to
I
jail?
tell you that in China there is no homeless already.
Jesus.
And we seen this, a precursor to this. What happened in Washington, D.C.? What happened with all those tents and all those homeless people? What happened? You haven't heard anything about them. What happened? They cleaned up the city. They cleaned it up, you know, made everything nice, took all down all the graffiti. They had what's that? They had the National Guard out there patrolling the city. The model is coming, and it's already here in America. So let's hear what he says about the homeless people.
Homeless in the 10 years before in Beijing, 2008. I know that I live in Beijing before 2008. But 2008, China have the Olympic game, right? Do you remember that 2012 is the London Olympic game?
Asia.
2008 is China Beijing Olympic game. Before Olympic game, all the homeless was arrested and secretly put in the detention center. And China
Ooh, and then what happened? Secretly been put into a detention center. Okay? Put them in vans and hauled them off.
Chinese Communist Party feed them poison food, make them die. So
The Trump administration. You don't think that they fed them poison? Gave them poisonous drink so they can drink and die off? You already got the situation with them in what's that, Alligator Alcatraz. You already got the situation with them throwing people off planes and letting them drown off into the ocean and they're washing up upon the shore. This system, hey, when the scriptures talk about uh the servants of the Lord being beheaded, that's coming because Esau got his foot on the gas because he know that he have but a short time.
because they think those homeless on the street is damaging their image of the Chinese Communist Party. They don't want the international visitors. They don't want the athletes coming from other countries to see there is so many homeless living in the street. But they don't pay them food. Yeah, they put those homeless into detention center, and they feed them poison food. They poison them and let them die.
And that's what we seeing. You hear nothing more about the people who get taken and put into these different camps, detention centers, and they're being hauled off. Okay, we don't know for sure that they're getting poisoned, but based off the system and the model, they have to be. Because when you look at a homeless person, what is their use? They're not buying, they're not selling, they're just lounging around in the marketplace. They're making destructive what's that, graffiti and things out there. All right, they're messing up the image of the city. They're stinking up the city. Okay, they're begging. So therefore, to clean it up, put them in the concentration camps, feed them, make them think that everything is good, and then you haul them off to their graves. This is what's happening. This is what's happening right now, man. And it's only going to increase, man. Okay. So this is just a lesson going into that digital age, all right, that we are currently living in. And it's a video going to a grave warning from a Chinese exile. This is someone who once lived it, and we're seeing the same things of what he once lived. He's seeing it happening now. He's seeing it happening over there in the UK. So this is a grave warning, okay, to you Israelites that still don't think that the mark of the beast is the chip. Okay, this is what it is, and we're heading towards this system. Okay, everything is being put into place. So if you be held, okay, and consent and comply unto this devil, you will be held in derision, man. Okay, he's gonna use fear. Okay, he's gonna use hunger. He's gonna use things, tactics, and ways that's going to coerce you to comply, okay, with him and his system. Okay, so we're already starting to see the pieces lining up. Dealing with this digital ID. Okay, and we're getting closer and closer. Okay, to the second coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, so it's just a quick lesson going on to that. Salakia for it being so long, but I just had to get a video in on this, man, because this is the times that we're living in, man. We're living within the midst of prophecy. All right, so hey, Lord willing, you was edified from off this lesson. I want to give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and who rule well. peace and safety and salutations that are to you sincere, and you hope for elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right. I'm your fellow servant, Malaakia. Shalom.